Hi Libra, welcome to your reading for March 2020. This is going to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You may have planets in the sign of Libra. You may be in love with a Libra. Libra may be in love with you. You were intuitively guided to the reading. You may not even be a Libra, but something told you to click on this video. So welcome everyone. I'm so happy to have you again. Libra is one of my favorite signs to read for. I'm always guaranteed to get some type of juicy story, and just like today, like I'm itching to get into it. To let it come out to us. So to me, that's a good sign. Doesn't mean it won't be deep. It probably will be deep, but I feel like when my readings go deep or deal with difficult issues, that there is a solution, right? It's not just about, okay, you have this and you have that, and you're like, I already know that. That I already know. Tell me what to do about it. So, that's why my readings are long, because it's exactly what I want to do. I want to give you the best perspective possible. A reading's not for everyone, but you'll know that pretty quickly. Though if a reading is long and you've invested yourself into half that reading, trust me, invest yourself for the second half of the reading too. Because I feel like that is where the solutions come, right? We are like building a story here. We're letting it reveal itself. So just like a great movie, right? It's that ending. You don't want to miss the ending. But of course, that is your choice. All right, my loves. So just take a minute and do a little bit of deep breathing. That is just to relax your mind and to help you release expectations, because you just want to go with the flow, right? This is all about the potential, our potential. We have free will. You can change your route at any time. I always call my sister into your readings. Many of you know her by name, Tracy. She was a Libra, October 15th. My granddaughter is October 14th. My nephew, Tracy's son, Sean, is September 24th. So I believe that sits on the cusp. All right. Let's begin. We have some sunlight streaming in, which I always find beautiful. And by the way, I pay attention to that because when I'm doing a reading, I often see if I have the sun coming in and then we're talking about something, sometimes the sun goes away as we're talking about sometimes like areas that are unknown. And then I feel like this could just be me, of course, but I really pay attention to all the signs. Even background noises. Sometimes you hear background noises. Don't get upset about that, right? People can't control sounds outside their own space, so that could be a sign itself. Okay. We have new beginnings. This is the Fool card. Oh, by the way, I'm using the Psychic Tarot, and as many of you know, I don't know. Like, they changed the colorings on the card, and I haven't taken the time to, like, learn them. But that's okay, because I read them intuitively anyways. But this is the Fool. We have Light, which is the Sun. We have Heartache and Loss, the Three of Swords. So we have a new beginning. We have a new beginning, and when you see the Fool, it talks about, you know, part of a journey you're going on now, a new journey where, you know, you had to take a moment to clear the energy of the past journey, right? Like you had to spend some time in that 9, reflecting on that journey. You know, why? So you can, well, you know, illumination is right here. So the lesson could be illuminated, right? So you get it. So you could see the patterns or whatever it is. And, but it's attached to this 3 of Swords, which is interesting. Zero, 1, 9, 3. That's funny. I feel like I'm saying I'm calling 0, 1, 9, 3. We have sacrifice. I feel like someone sacrificed their life for someone. Like I sacrificed my life. We have obstacles and challenges coming under the Fool. We have the Ace of Cups. Illumination over this Ace of Cups. We have suffering in silence. Recognition and reward coming under sacrifice. Somebody's seeing someone sacrifice. Others are able to see the sacrifices some have made. We have harmony, which I believe is the Lovers. It's like someone had to sacrifice a love. Someone sacrificed a love. And someone may have been going through some heavy energy, right? In the you know, it's funny, it's not funny. We have the 3 Swords, which talks about heartache, right? It doesn't have to be like romantic heartache, even though I see the heart, like, anyway, you know, it's sadness and what have you. And underneath that, having the energy of suffering in silence. Well, it's almost like I'm saying, you know, I'm not letting people see, you know, that the pain from the sacrifice has been weighing on me, right? This is keeping it to myself. But yet somehow it feels like that all comes to the surface and other people or someone in particular sees, understands it now, right? Understands maybe even your challenges that you've had. You know, I'm being pulled down to obstacles and challenges. And I feel like almost like I was put in this position of, I think this is the 5 of Swords, but it doesn't even matter. I was put in this position, you know, where challenges arrived because I felt like I had to go this right way. Because, You know, I'm sacrificing for someone else. That is clear. And ultimately, I feel like, and someone then recognizes your plight, you know, your, the struggle that you've had. I think I'm going to take one more row. So I feel like a story is opening up. I'm seeing 1993, 1963. I don't know. All of a sudden, I feel like I have to say years. 51, 19. Look at this baby trying to get away. Patience and planning. So that's the Seven of Pentacles, I believe. Two Cups. Two of Cups. Look at this. Two of Cups is coming right under the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is coming right under the Sun. Wow. So, you know, and what's next to that energy? Three of Swords. Heartache. Sadness. Suffering in silence. So, what a transformation of energy first, right? But how do we get there? Well, it starts at the Fool, with the Fool's energy. Interesting. 72. And I'm thinking some of these numbers could be meant backwards, like 27. Deception and envy. Man, what a tough row right here. What a beautiful row right here, and what a tough row. It is like complete opposites. We have, look at this, we have the, alright, dog's getting loud now. I believe this is the Ace of Wands. Hope. I think that's a star. I'm going to put these over here. I don't know why. Partnership and alliances. Three of Pentacles, I'm assuming. Shadow. You would think that I know all the major arcana's numbers, which would trigger what they are, and I do. I thought I did. But it's funny, when I use this deck, I realize, like, but then I don't want to think about it. You know what I mean? But I realize that. Thought I knew all the numbers, but, you know, it doesn't matter. Anyway. And here is, again, opposing energy. I have hope up against shadow. I have this love, right, coming from the Ace of Pentacles. So that's just not any ordinary love. And it's being illuminated on top of that. Versus the pain, the sorrow, the depression. Beating oneself up, right? Over what? Well, I feel like over a sacrifice that, listen, I think you chose to make, or someone chose to make the sacrifice, but nonetheless, I can see that it included some struggles. So we're looking at the Fool. So for some of you, I feel like this is the opportunity to begin again. This may be talking about beginning again in your whole life. It can be a position, you know, a job, a career. Could be a lover. But we have this opportunity to begin again, right? But it's like, you know, I'm thinking like something revolving, and there's only one open door, and as it revolves around, you know, you have the opportunity to jump inside But if you don't, it's going to go, and there's nowhere else that you can jump on, and you have to wait until that door comes back around again. The good thing is the door always comes back around again. Maybe because we know that, we become lazy in our actions moving forward, right? If we thought, oh my God, it's only one door, I got to get it right? I have one shot. You're going to make sure you make it. But because it's like, well, it could come back around again. Anyway, so I'm seeing a lot of opposing energy. Let's get into the clarifiers and let's find out why. What do I want to use? What do I want to use? Choose a Cosmic Tarot. These two decks work really nice together. You know, some of you may have been putting up with someone who, I don't know, may have cheated on you, may have stolen from you, you know, that kind of disrespect. And you may have been in that, you know, all of a sudden seeing that 9 again, and that means that this is ready to end, right? It's ready to end when you're ready to end it. And she's doing a little reflection there back. But anyway, I feel like, you know, let me give you an example, and I mean this in the kindest of ways, but I saw a comment where someone said that they've been trying to leave their partner for over 20 years, and they're getting around to something like that. And I thought to myself, why in God's name? Now listen, I've been stuck in situations before, but, you know, you got to be honest with yourself. Like, you know, how many times does that door come around and you didn't jump on it, right? And how, you know, and maybe the door doesn't keep coming around. Maybe we're taking that for granted. Just realize that maybe I think that door is going to come back, but maybe it doesn't. If it doesn't, then maybe it's not meant to. Is it? I don't know. Like all of a sudden I'm getting this picture of like having to go through an experience again so they could recreate the lesson for us, because, you know, sometimes we're just refusing to look at it, right? Why? Because we're in our ego. And like, okay, well, you know, it's going to bring that lesson again, but it's going to come in a different form. Many times it's a different partner, right? Like, damn, how do I keep getting these partners? Because there's something I'm not looking at. You know, the sun gives you the ability to see everything clearly, even yourself. And I feel like, you know, because let's face it, bottom line is it's asking us to jump into the Fool's energy, right? I mean, here it is. Here's the potential. It's going to give us the roadmap, if we just say yes to it, of how we get to our highest potential. Because as we leave this spread, we leave with the Ace of Wands. We leave with very positive energy. So, anyway, long story short is, because I feel like I can feel someone in that situation right now. You've been with something or someone for a long time. And listen, maybe it's a sense of duty, a sense of responsibility, something. But I feel like, you know, that door has kind of closed a long time ago. You know, you're suffering in silence. So it tells me that perhaps you can't open up to your partner. You know, over here I see hope up against shadow. It's almost like I have this opportunity to do something, but, you know, and part of me is like, yes, I want to do it. Yes, I want to do it. But then my shadow is like trying to overcome that, right? Trying to darken that rid you of that optimism. Like, I think of like a monster coming down and trying to rob you of that optimism. But, we have the sun here, so our strength is a hundredfold what the shadows is, right? We just have to know that, right? We can burn. It's almost like we can, light our flame, and that will burn away the shadow. But here it is. It's like my imposing sides. All right. Anyway. We have the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be yourself. Could be 2 Libras. 3 of Pentacles. Coming over the sun. So whatever that opportunity is, that's good. It's not just good. It says that what you bring to the table, this may be you beginning something that maybe you don't have a lot of experience in, right? Maybe this is talking about a career, and the stepping stones to get to your ultimate goal, right? And it may be collaborating, it can be anything in that, but what it mainly talks about is, whatever you join, whatever you, when you're looking towards this next venture, if you're going to be creative with someone, it says don't forget about your own unique style, okay? Because that's what this opportunity is, because of that. So don't, because we have a lot of somewhat heavy energy here, and it's not that far off where of course it could still linger, and that could be a little bit of self-doubt over here. And this is saying don't doubt yourself, because why are you going to do well here? It's because of what you bring to the table, even if you don't know that much yet. This tells me you'll be a very quick study, you'll comprehend very quickly, you'll grow and expand very quickly. So I like that a lot. We have the 10 of Wands. Look at that again with the 3 of Swords, the heartache and loss. One side we have sacrifice. Above it we have the 10 of Wands, which to me is also sacrifice. I'm sacrificing my time, my energy, my life, to a cause, to a person, to a family, right? But it's a heavy journey. It certainly is a heavy journey here, but it's carrying, other people's response. Sometimes that's what it is we're carrying their responsibilities, but we take it on ourselves, right? We take that on ourselves. And sometimes it's, taking care of, like, maybe my sick parent or something like that, and you can have, there's love, but it doesn't mean that it's not hard. So it's a lot of different things, but again, it's your sacrifice, like you chose, and I'm not, like, that's a good thing. I mean, it shows a character, is what I mean. It shows me what kind of character you are. And that's a good thing. Look at that. We have the wheel. Beautiful. So moving out of that time period for good. This is that door that's coming around. It's coming around, right? And this door is taking you out. You're taking yourself. It's traveling away from the energy of what was in sacrifice and the 10 of Wands, right? Whatever you've had to carry on your shoulders. Beautiful. The wheel comes up. Well, hello. 10 of Pentacles, following the wheel. You enter, if this is about how I'm making my money, how much money I'll be making, that type of thing. But listen, it's all through creativity. So this is something I have to have some type of passion for, because I become so good at it, right? Maybe I master it. But nonetheless, I come in with a little knowledge. And, I feel sometimes too that through our own struggles, our struggles will send us on a different path that can just shock us, like just exactly where I'm at. The path that I'm on now, 20 years ago, would I think that this is what I'd be doing? No, I wouldn't. I'd be like, well, what do they do? What do they do online? I don't know what you mean. Right? So I had to go in almost like the apprentice. But But clearly, with the Ten of Pentacles, it tells us you become the master. So your sacrifice, it's almost like because of your sacrifice, here is the ultimate blessing, right? But it's the beginning of it. Just the beginning of it. And it's saying, going along this journey, don't lose yourself. Don't lose your perspective, your uniqueness, right? Be flexible. It's not saying be like, right? It's a 3, so, it's kind of like going with the flow, but keep bringing out my natural abilities. And some of you, I feel like there's someone who is graduating, I want to say maybe from college, and I feel like it has been hard, and it's been what have you, and I feel like, the struggle, the sacrifices that you've made will all be worth it in the long run. And again, it's like, I don't know, when I look at it like a politician who's running for office, I look for body language. I look to see about their character. And I feel like someone, because of your sacrifice, like you have built so much character, and it's going to serve you so well in the future. Truly is. Now, the Ten of Pentacles often talks about a partner, family within that. It's roots. It's very strong roots. Very hard to shake the Ten of Pentacles, where it affects it at all, right? Ten of Pentacles, because, I don't know, I just feel a lot of strength in that. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Queen of Wands, possible Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. We have Temperance. Well, I kind of love Temperance coming over the Ace of Cups, because Temperance talks about a time period, right? It's being patient until it's time, right? Divine, sometimes divine intervention. Look at this, it's connected to the Fool. Some of you, this is about you're leaving a situation, and now, in a way, I don't know, free and clear. And it's like, now here's Temperance with the sun behind her, right? So, patience, or Temperance says patience while something's developing, or something, a door's being closed. It may be both, on both. If there's people, it could be, one's doing this, one's doing this, and the patience of allowing each journey to evolve as it's meant to, right? But I don't have to worry within that energy. And it's like, Temperance is saying, well, now that you are the Fool, we can proceed. We can proceed. I'm going to illuminate for you, I don't know, I want to say your next true love. And it's funny I'm saying your next, and maybe I meant to say it that way, like, here is your next true love. Maybe we're meant to have more than one true love in a lifetime. Maybe they teach us. I know this is soulmate energy because it's connected right to it. But how beautiful that the Temperance is actually like kind of orchestrating it. It's also a card of Sagittarius, by the way. Well, here's the Six of Cups again. Here's the Six of Cups again. And the Princess of Wands. It's funny because I have the Princess of Wands and I have the Queen of Wands, and I feel like they're the same person. So this may have nothing to do with the fire sign, okay? I think it's going to be about the energy. And I definitely feel like you who's listening, maybe, it can be either way, But I feel someone's, here is the sacrifice. It's showing the Princess of Wands, and I feel like that's relating to when it began, right? When that period began. But now coming out as the Queen of Wands. So first of all, I feel like there's been a time period. I don't think this person, this Six of Cups, two Six of Cups is here. I don't think that this is talking about the pain over this person. I feel like there's someone else, because I feel like this is now about this person in the Six of Cups showing up. I feel like the person in Six of Cups is the one who is going to understand your plight, understand your journey, see, I feel like, you may be talking about it, or some of you may be even journeying home. But anyways, you may be going back to that place. I don't know. And maybe it's like, I need to revisit that as now an adult. Anyway, I feel like this person of the past, again, I don't feel like he is directly or she is directly connected to the current Three of Swords, because I feel like this person is going to understand what you've been through and see you for, see your story and feel your story. Almost like nobody else could really understand me. I'm just going to say this. I feel like for someone, I could say back in the day, this person was, if I looked at you as a couple, this person was the shadow and you were the light, which I have right here. Okay, let's keep going. The Princess of Wands has the sun at her back, and we have the sun here. So I feel like this is guidance, right? Because we have Temperance also touching the sun. So I feel like this is, this Princess of Wands is going on her intuition, her instinct. She's looking at something as like an adventure or a journey instead of fearing. She's not someone who's fearing much. She's someone who, I feel like she feels like she's heading towards a destined path. Definitely she's feeling like she's heading towards a destined path. And I feel like the Queen of Wands is the energy of knowing that she can look back and knowing that chances are that was all destined too. And, you're arriving into the next leg of it. We have the Ace of Wands again, beautiful. Here's the Fool, beautiful. And the Tower. So, right off the bat, the Fool emerges out of the Tower energy, right? So whatever the Tower was, the Tower just means there was some destruction in my life. Many times it's unexpected, though I often feel like when I say it's unexpected, deep down I kind of knew it was coming, whether I was beckoning for it or fearing it. Nonetheless, it's the Fool being able to leave that behind, leave it behind, and it's almost like, okay, here is your gift. I'm thinking of like Mission Impossible and Tom Cruise, and who's the guy who, when he's about to take his missions, presents him the different, you can choose this or that, and I feel like that's what this is for you. It's like the universe saying, if you accept to choose this mission, here's a little extra. Definitely looks like it's lighting your way, right? Maybe it doesn't show the whole path, but it's going to show enough. Maybe it's enough illumination to keep you going with confidence. Remember, the Fool takes a chance. The Fool doesn't regret. Well, it doesn't, what's regret? Right? What happens, happens. That's probably the Fool's attitude. Whatever happens, happens. right? But at least it's going to be illuminated to you. Like the path is illuminated enough. You know, it's funny because I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking back here, the sun, which is illuminating this Ace of Cups. And in this Ace of Cups is your love, your soulmate. It could also relate to, though, if this is talking about your career path, like knowing that you have chosen the right path, right? Just feeling perfect in it. Perfect's not the right word. Feeling at home in it. Like, you know, I've arrived home. So anyway. And again, the Tower is coming over the energy of recognition and reward. So again, somehow your sacrifice is being recognized. Some of it's from a love. Some of it may be from, listen, you may write your story, your life story. You may write about this. You may speak about it. And, you know, others looking at it and getting it the way you intended too, which is important. Like, it's all positive. It's all positive over it. You know, if you've been thinking about writing your story, and that idea keeps coming to you and coming to you, and you keep pushing it down, trust me, just start writing your story. Start page by page, word by word. Hi, my name is, I was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Right? Start at the beginning. Because a lot of things that happen in the beginning formulate what happens later in life, too. Okay. I don't know about him yet. We have the Prince of Pentacles coming over patience and planning. You know, that oftentimes people will be like, how do I get to the full, though? How do I get to the full? Planning. Patience, right? If you listen to your intuition, you'll instinctively know when to make your move, right? But until you make that move, plan, right? Put it on paper. Imagine it in your mind over and over and over. See it. Believe it. Write a plan. Any plan you can. Keep adding to the plan. Right? And eventually that will, because you're seeking. And when you seek, it expands quickly. And that can bring you to the full. We have the Hangman coming, over the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups. That's okay. Well, this makes perfect sense. Why? Because of the Eight of Swords. So this is saying no, right? And it makes sense because we're looking at the Nine of Swords here. We're looking at the Three of Swords here. And we're looking at the Seven of Swords. And all very heavy energy. And then here comes the Eight of Swords. So now, because of that energy, I possibly created walls that stop me from moving forward. You know, I'm so close to the love. You're so close to it. So close to it, but the energy is so different. This is where I choose to put on a blindfold rather than face the truth. This is the energy of there's not anyone I can really blame for these walls except for myself. And many times it's because I take on other people's energy or their words and I believe them when there's no merit behind their words, right? But they become mine, right? What they tell me about me is what I start to believe. It's where that shadow is, again, overshadowing your hope, your dreams, right? And here it is. Here's where we need to go. Here's the route. So it's walls that I create around myself because I either don't want to face a truth. And by the way, I often feel that when we finally face whatever we don't want to face in the Eight of Swords energy, man, we're just like, why did we wait so long? Because I think our fear grows so big within the Eight of Swords that it's imaginary. It becomes bigger than life. But this tells you it's not bigger than life. It's your mind who's making it bigger than life. You have the Nine of Swords right above that, which says this is unnecessary worry. Yet I worry anyways, right? But it's unnecessary worry. Some of you, you may be just fearful that you're going to get your heart broken, that you're going to end up with someone who deceives you. So you protect yourself in the Eight of Swords. And of course that is your choice, right? But I just want to point out, because look, what becomes between this is the Hangman. So this energy blocks this energy. This energy of the Eight of Swords blocks all this love. Now, I don't mean it blocks it as in it just won't arrive. Maybe it does arrive, but how, in God's name, are you going to recognize it? There is something, I just feel like for some of you, there's something you need to take the blindfolds off, because I feel like your life will change. Look at this. We have the Princess of Cups. So the Princess of Cups receives, a cup comes towards her, right? Unexpectedly. I didn't expect it. I didn't see this coming. It's a pleasant surprise. But here it is. So here is the Princess of Cups about to receive. Yet the Eight of Swords feels a little overwhelming to me. So let's keep going. All right, then I have the Prince of Swords. So for some of you, could be someone younger than you too. This could be a possible Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be you, of course, and it could be you who wants to bring in, well, what's they bringing in? They're bringing in the Ace of Wands. Bringing in the Ace of Wands, and look at the good that the Ace of Wands did for the Princess of Wands when she accepted that, right? When, you know, if you choose this mission, then you must go ahead, right? And you do, and then it brings you to the Ace. And there is the sun lighting the path. I'm going to keep going. I know I have a lot of cards up, but that's okay. We're going to do a few more. I just don't feel like your story is done yet. We have the Three of Cups. So, you know, what this shows me is ultimately, because look at this, we have the Death card next to that. Possible Scorpio, of course, for some of you. But I feel like what this is really talking about, because I was just thinking in my head, I hope that they can overcome this so that this can open up, right? Temperance is here directing all this. Temperance. This is divinely being guided. Things are divinely being held off until both energies are ready, right? And the Three of Cups tells me that you do, that you're able to overcome this. The Death card next to that tells me that you're able to close the door on your past. It may simply be I needed to take my blindfolds off. I see the problem. It's being illuminated. I can get to the root of it. I can pull that, right? And I can figure it out. Right? It was my journey. I can figure out what's going on in that journey. Where was the lesson in there? What was the answer that I was searching for? You can find all that, right? And I feel like it's going to be illuminated to you. And then boom, it allows you to change your energy, right? Some of you may have been in the shadow energy, and it allows you to get back into the energy of your hopes and dreams. You know, and I think of the Star card, I think of a connection. I think of where my energy would be to connect, because I'm able to connect. I'm able to connect to my higher ups. Let's put it that way. This gives me the ability, the energy that I put myself into within the Star card gives me the ability to then connect. So sometimes I just need to put my energy into certain ways, and I can find these connections that otherwise I just can't. Well, how can everybody else feel connected to above and I don't? It's because where you're keeping your energy. Don't think that you can't control your own emotions. Don't think that you can't change your own mind. If anybody can, you can, right? You control it. You control it. Even if your shadow is like, no, I control it. I'm the one who can control it. No, you don't. And I'll let you come out when I want you. Otherwise, just hush hush, right? You control it. You're sad, watch comedies. Go around funny people. Do the opposite of what you've been doing, right? Don't listen to sad songs. You just broke up with someone. Don't listen to the sad songs. Don't buy into the gimmick that I gotta allow myself to cry. No, you don't. No, you don't. We all get our heart broken. It's part of life. It's part of life. And also part of life is knowing you have the ability to overcome it. And don't fool yourself and say, no, I don't. Yes, you do. But no, I don't. But yes, you do. That is your shadow and the light talking. No, you don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. Yes, you do. So, anyways, I feel like that's the awareness you come to, and that allows you to shut that door. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles show up. Possible Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Some of you, this could be someone of the past that you didn't really trust, or they didn't trust you, whichever way that goes. This could talk about the period of time that we're looking at. Could have been like, college age, maybe when you were going to college, but kind of like in that age. But of course, you can go to college anytime. We have the Seven of Wands, but yet it came in reverse. And I feel like what this is saying is this Queen of Pentacles was not defending someone. Or maybe this person used to be in a very defensive way and no longer that way, kind of like, I want you all to see it my way. My way is the only way. And now they have a broader perspective. We have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands coming over the Ace of Wands. Come on. This is the marriage card. To me, this is when I'm doing a relationship reading, this card probably means more to me than the Ten of Pentacles or the Ten of Cups, because I know that we always have the potential, if we're not at the Ten of Cups with someone, we always have that potential of getting there. The Four of Wands to me is that connection. A connection with someone, I'm going to say is like no other. But each one is meant to be different anyway. But there's something, right? There's something. This person gets you. You get them. They see you for who you truly are. This is, I want to make a commitment to someone. And, there should be no trust issues, right? Because here, it's like we just, it's our love. It's our love. And wow, there's a lot of passion within that also. Someone may be coming to you with this Princess of Cups may be about to hear from someone who proclaims their love for you. This person could have been with someone else, but this Four of Wands is attached to you, not them. So it's coming over the Ace of Wands. So this is really positive, really positive. And ultimately, I feel like you accept it anyways. Beautiful. So, if you wanted to know yes or no, the answer is yes. All right, let's pick these up, and I want to do an oracle card for you. I don't know, Libra, I kind of felt that was beautiful. Like, I feel really connected to your reading. You know, like I literally just walked the journey. You know what I mean? Like I could feel the emotions of this journey, and wow. Okay. We're going to do a Mother Mary card. Give her a couple shuffles. You know, I was thinking about doing, because a lot of you ask, like, what's your story, Sandy? You know, like, how'd you get into tarot? Or how'd you and Sam meet? And, you know, and I was thinking about it right before I was doing your reading. I thought, like, I think I'm going to try this, though. I'm going to try to do a tarot reading talking about how I got here. For those who are going to want to see it. Maybe no one's going to want to see it, but I'm feeling pulled to do it. But I'm going to do it naturally. I'm going to let the cards, I'm going to see what cards come out, see if they match, see if they unfold my story for me. We're going to put tarot to the test, is what we're going to do. And it may make it to the screen or it may not. Maybe a good idea or maybe not. All right. Let's get a card for you. Be strong. I pull myself up and do what needs to be done. Pull myself up and I do what needs to be done. I'm going to read. This card counsels you to take swift and firm action towards resolving your present situation. That's the blindfolds. Mother Mary avows that you are stronger than you think you are. You can also call upon the wellspring of God's strength to lift you up. Do not wallow in any feelings of victimhood or passivity. Use your God-given strength now. This card may also be asking you to engage in physical activity to develop your strong, healthy body. If you've been thinking about working out with weights, then this card is additional validation that it's time to exercise. Beautiful. Guys, I don't know what that noise is behind me. Sounds like someone's on a motorcycle and just revving, just a constant rev of the motor. It's really strange. It's cold out. So not someone cutting the grass. Anyways, I apologize. That came up in the middle of your card. I was just going to say I feel like I want to read it again, but it started again, so let's just be strong, right? Let's let it go. I love you guys so much. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for your shares, your likes, your subscribes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for taking care of others and allowing others to take care of you. I love you guys so much. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.